Hi everyone, I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts on Diablo Immortal, even though I haven't played the game yet, but let's get a little background music first. There we go, that's appropriate, isn't it? But yeah, so, no, I haven't played this game. I'm not going to play this game because I have heard enough from various people online just how disgusting and horrible the monetization for this game is. From all standpoints, the gameplay itself is solid, as far as I know. Plays very much like Diablo 3, but the way that Blizzard is trying to get money from this game is the most despicable way of trying to get money that I have heard in a long time. Like, maybe since like the Final Fantasy on the mobile game, I forget what that was called, Brave Exvius or whatever. And so, no, I won't be playing this game. I don't recommend anybody else play this game. In fact, I recommend you try to avoid it at all costs. And the other bit that I've been seeing online that I just want to talk about real quick is saying how bad they feel for the developers of this game. And I understand why they say that, but I don't agree. I do not agree that I should feel bad about the developers. Because this game was announced back in 2018, the BlizzCon in 2018, which means they had been working on it for at least a couple months before then, getting the whole thing set up. Probably longer than that. So let's say, just to be generous, a little over 3.5 years of development time. So you've had the developers working on this game and what it's become for 3.5 years. You go into the video game industry as a developer because you have a passion for making video games. You want to make something great. And the entire time you're working on this project, you know what it's going to be. You knew exactly what Blizzard was going to do to this thing. You didn't maybe not know to the extent how bad it was going to be, but you knew what they were going to do. And you spent 3.5 years or more building this game, and what people would think of this game. And you don't, all you are is just, you're a corporate worker at that point. You're not somebody who's building games because you have a passion for it. You're building games because you have a job. It's a job for you. It's not a passion. It's not something you want to do. It's just, hey, it's part of my job. Gotta do it. And I have sympathy for that because I'm one of those guys. I'm a 9-to-5 guy. I don't want to be a 9-to-5 guy. I would love to go do something that I have passion for. But at the same time, I don't expect people to feel bad for me because I have to do what my job requires me to do. So, which is the same vein that the people who develop the game, the developers of this game, I don't feel bad for them. They have a job. They did their job, and now they can move on to the next job. Whether they decide to stick with Blizzard or move on to something else. If the people had the passion and they didn't, then they would have moved away from this job. They would have done something else. Then I would have felt bad for them being forced to work on this thing. Anyway, those are my brief thoughts on Diablo Immortal. I don't recommend you play it. I definitely won't play it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you want to catch me on streaming, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I typically play JRPGs or Western RPGs or CRPGs mostly. And that's all I gotta say on this topic. So until I see you again, have a good one.